English metalcore, alternative, and pop band Bring Me the Horizon have announced the departure of their band member Jordan Fish, who had been with the band since the end of 2012 throughout 2023, and they seem to be going the way of Slipknot in regards to how they're handling the firing or exits of former members, and I want to talk a little bit about why that scares me and why it should probably scare all of us for the future of the band. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John. Maybe scare tactics are not the right way to go about this, but I am genuinely concerned about Bring Me the Horizon, considering the trajectory, I can't say the word correctly, the trajectory of their past few years, and how they left both Jonah Weinhoff, I hope I said that right, back in 2012 before the release of Sempiternal, the fallout and the firing that happened there, and now, again, it seems like the past 11 years are kind of unraveling at the seams, as Bring Me the Horizon went through an extremely creative streak between Sempiternal, That's the Spirit, Amo to varying degrees, and then again with post-human survival horror in 2020. Per their official announcement on socials, Bring Me the Horizon has decided to part ways with Jordan Fish. We want to thank him for the musical journey he took with us and wish him luck with everything in the future. Meanwhile, we continue to work on Next Gen with brand new music coming very soon. Most of us with a pulse can piece two and two together and see that this was not something where it seems like Jordan was ready to head out the door, but it seems like there was a creative butting of heads that wasn't working out, and I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they've been working on 4 EPs for the past 4 years. The Post-Human series was supposed to be 4 EPs kicked off by survival horror. They wanted to release music more often, and we all know how that's gone. We've gotten a few singles and nothing else since that EP. The recent singles like Strangers and Lost have been severely lacking in the creative department. They feel more like pop songs, and of course, Ollie Sykes has lent his voice to many pop artists, including Sigrid, and that has gone somewhat well for the band in terms of exposure, new audiences, new eras, new generations, opening up from the likes of Youngblood collabs and Sigrid and more, but Ollie Sykes maybe overextended himself a bit, and I could see how that would be frustrating to the other band members who were perhaps trying to reel it in and actually get out this music. I don't want to sit here and just point the finger at Ollie Sykes without really knowing the details, so I'll get into Jordan Fish's response to this. He put out a statement on Twitter saying, "I'm really grateful for my 11 years with the band and extremely proud of all that we have achieved together. I look forward to hearing what they do next and wish them every success in the future. I'm excited to start this next chapter in my career." First and foremost, where the fuck does the time go? I really enjoyed Jordan Fish in the band, and I'm so glad that I got to see them live with Jordan over the summer, opening for, or else co-headlining, I guess, with Fall Out Boy. It was one of his last performances ever with the band, as he's not been seen performing live since August 2023. Fans were speculating. Jordan had stated that he wanted to take some time away to spend with his family, and perhaps that got in the way of scheduling, and the band did not want to slow down in order to accommodate those family needs. I mentioned Slipknot at the top of this video, so it wouldn't be fair for me to drop that atom bomb and then never circle back to it or mention it ever again. Many of you know, in fact, any fan of Slipknot is well aware that they've been imploding more quickly than usual as of late. Some would say it's been happening for over a decade, since the death of Paul Gray, everything with Joey Jordison, RIP, some other talents that have stepped away, most notably another drummer, Jay Weinberg, and obviously with the members just dropping like flies. I can see that kind of leading into what's going on with Bring Me the Horizon right now, and just how they've handled things, and I really do feel that Jordan Fish was the creative life force of this band for the past decade, and to see that going down the drain, I can't even listen to Bring Me the Horizon's early material anymore because it just got so much better. I grew out of so much of that because it was just faux, angry, sad boys screaming, and I really think that Jordan Fish brought this creative spark to the band that they couldn't replicate with someone else, which really worries me for their future music. The 4 post-human EPs, we had Survival Horror, and then Next Gen is the one that's been delayed. Everywhere you look, there's a delay sign. It's like we're in a fucking airport over here. But instead of our flight getting delayed to the next EP and it just comes out a few months later, It's been this cycle of just pushing it down the line, kick the can a little further, give them another single, drip feed them some Kool-Aid as they're about to do. Bring Me have still been putting on some electrifying performances. They finally got to do Baby Metal x Bring Me Kingslayer live, but it kind of felt sad that Jordan Fish wasn't there for that moment. Whether or not this was about being on the road, the direction of the music, it really doesn't matter, because my point stands, Jordan Fish was the X factor in Bring Me the Horizon for the past decade. He brought something to this band that production-wise, they had never had before, and I do feel that this band probably would have gone by the wayside and fallen off by 2015 had they not acquired Jordan Fish and really moved the sonic needle forward. Just my 2 cents, but I'm gonna guess that it had to do with tensions in the band regarding the music, not coming out, stalling the ideas, just really throwing shit at the wall to see what would stick. And Bring Me the Horizon, don't get me wrong, they're one of those bands that album to album, you never know what to expect. And in that way, they kind of remind me of Linkin Park. But unlike Linkin Park, with the new singles, I feel like the heart is kind of missing. I cannot feel their heart. At this point, I'm just waiting for Ollie Sykes and company to shut me down, prove me wrong, put out an album or an EP that blows the people away again. I know that they're going for different sounds, this one being poppier. The 4th EP is supposed to be the heaviest one. And I'm kind of wondering now, with all of these EPs seeming to be in production, at least probably like halfway or a 4th completed, will Jordan Fish still be credited on those, or are they going to restart from scratch minus the singles that are already out now? What's next for Jordan Fish? Music production. At least that's what I'm really hoping for when he says next chapter of my career, because music production is absolutely something he's pretty triumphant at, when he can really bring something to a mix that explodes or pops off, and he can work with a variety of different genres very clearly. So it'll be interesting to see who he chooses to work with if he goes the music producer route.
How it feels for us is important now. Is it something we can pull off? Whether the sounds are generic or whether I feel like there's something to latch onto that makes me feel like it's not just a rock song. And the melody, predominantly the chorus, but the whole song is so key. And then there's like hundreds of other smaller things, but those are like fundamental to make a good song.
Drop your fish. Drop your fish. Drop your thoughts on the fish in the comments down below. Drop your thoughts on the Jordan Fish departure, whether it was a firing or an exit, whatever you want to call it. Let me know in the comments down below. Hit the like button while you're down there. If you want to check out more of my Bring Me the Horizon themed content, then check out the videos on screen. Happy 2024, and I'll see you soon on Beyond ARTV.